Hey, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are going to build the blueprint for a killer TEDx talk. We're talking about transforming that speaking anxiety into pure confidence, all by using a simple step-by-step framework to dodge those common pitfalls. So what is it that makes a TEDx talk legendary? You know, the kind that sticks with you for years? It's a question so many speakers ask themselves. And listen, the answer isn't some kind of magic. It's a process, a really thoughtful one that, honestly, anyone can follow. All right, let's really break this down. The gap between a forgettable lecture and an idea that truly spreads, it's huge, and it all comes down to these key differences. Look, a forgettable talk tries to do way too much. It's just a data dump. But a legendary one, it's laser-focused on one single, powerful idea. See, it's not about showing off how smart you are. It's about giving your audience a gift. One single idea shared so clearly that it actually changes the way they see the world. So here's how we're going to do this. We're going to build this talk together in four main parts. First up, we'll lay the foundation, your core idea. Then we'll figure out how to bring that idea to life with great stage presence. After that, we'll add some professional polish. And finally, we'll get to the real secret sauce, delivering it all with unshakable confidence. Okay, section one. Let's get into it. First things first, it's all about the foundation. Seriously, without a rock-solid idea at the center of it all, even the slickest delivery is going to fall flat. Everything, and I mean everything, starts right here. You know, think about any of the great TED Talks. Simon Sinek's Start with Why, Brené Brown's The Power of Vulnerability. What's the one thing they all have in common? They are all built on a single, powerful idea worth spreading. And that's key. It's not just any idea. It has to be something that offers a fresh perspective, something that's actually interesting to people who aren't in your little niche. And the best way to present this idea is to structure it like a story. You need a clear beginning, a middle, and an end. The beginning, you've got to hook your audience right away, like in the first 30 seconds. No slow wind-ups. The middle is where you build your case, mixing in some personal stories with some solid evidence. And the end? Well, that's your grand finale. It has to land with impact and leave the audience with a real takeaway. That's what turns a bunch of information into a journey people actually want to go on. And this quote right here, this is the secret weapon against the number one mistake pretty much every new speaker makes, trying to cram in everything they know. You have to fight that urge. You have to be ruthless. For every single thing you put in your talk, ask yourself, does this story, this fact, this sentence, does it serve my central idea? If the answer is no, you gotta cut it. No mercy. Okay, so our foundation is solid. Now let's talk about the performance, how you actually bring this thing to life on stage. Because, let's be real, a brilliant idea can totally fizzle out with a bad delivery. We're going to focus on how to use your body and your voice to make your message even more powerful. Oh man, we have all seen speakers do this stuff, right? The nervous pacing, the constant weight shifting, the hands in the pockets. These little habits just scream, I'm uncomfortable, and they totally pull your audience's attention away from what you're saying. Now, the fix isn't to become a statue. The trick is to swap out all that random nervous energy with movement that actually has a purpose. Okay, this might sound super simple, but it's a huge psychological hack. An open body sends an open message. When you stand with your arms uncrossed, your palms visible, that is a universal signal of trust. You're physically telling the audience, hey, I've got nothing to hide, and that makes them so much more open to your idea before you've even gotten to the good stuff. When it comes to your voice, one of your most powerful tools is silence. Yep, instead of filling every empty space with ums and ahs, a good pause is your friend. It does a few things at once. It adds some serious punch to what you just said, it gives the audience a second to actually think about it, and it gives you a moment to breathe. It's a total power move. All right, we've got a great idea, we know how to command the stage, now it's time for the finishing touches. This is the stuff that takes a talk from just good to wow, that was professional. We're making sure absolutely nothing gets in the way of your message. Let's talk slides. They can be your best friend or your worst enemy. So many speakers use them as a crutch, right? They just load them up with text and then read them to us. That's a massive mistake. Your slides should be an amplifier, not a script. Think big, impactful images and minimal text. And hey, just remember, the most viewed TED Talk of all time, Sir Ken Robinson's, he used 0 slides. None. Now, what you wear, it actually matters, but for two very simple reasons. One, it has to look good on camera, and two, and this is the big one, you have to feel good in it. So yeah, avoid things like fine stripes that get all wavy on video or all white outfits that can blow out the camera. But really, the ultimate goal here is to wear something that makes you feel confident, something that lets you completely forget about what you're wearing so you can focus 100% on your idea. And that brings us to our final section, the one that powers this whole thing. We're talking about the real secret to confidence. This isn't about some magic trick to make your nerves disappear. Nope, it's about learning how to take that nervous energy and use it to your advantage. I'm just gonna say it, rehearse, rehearse, rehearse. This is the absolute cornerstone of confidence. You know those amazing talks that just seem so effortless and conversational? I guarantee you, they are the result of hours and hours of practice. The goal isn't to memorize it word for word like a robot. It's to know your material so well that it becomes a part of you. That way, you're free to actually connect with the audience instead of just trying to remember what comes next. Okay, here's an awesome mind trick for dealing with stage fright. Stop trying to calm down. Seriously. Instead, tell yourself you're excited. Think about it. A racing heart, sweaty palms. Those are the exact same physical things that happen when you're excited. Your body is just getting fired up to perform. So just relabel that feeling. Say I'm excited and watch that nervous energy turn into genuine enthusiasm. So, in those last few moments before you walk on stage, you've got a few simple tools. Take some deep breaths. It literally calms your nervous system down. Close your eyes and picture yourself absolutely nailing it. And then just physically shake out your arms and legs to get rid of that excess adrenaline. See, this isn't just about chilling out. It's about getting your mind laser focused on what you're about to do. Share an amazing idea. All right before you step on that iconic red circle, just run through this quick mental checklist. It's basically a recap of our entire blueprint. Is your idea tight? Is your opening a grabber? Is your body language confident? Checking these boxes means you're not just ready, you are totally prepared to give a talk that's going to make an impact. So there you have it. That's the blueprints. You now have all the tools you need to build a talk that really connects, that inspires, and that people will remember. So the only thing left to ask is, what's your idea worth spreading?